Good morning, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started class this morning. Sorry, a little distracted by the sun being there. We're gonna be working with the upper body today, shoulders, right? Upper body starting to get some strength back here. So I do want you to be mindful. You're gonna hopefully have both of your blocks, because we're gonna be using them, and a strap. So let's start just by sitting well, and you know what that means for you to sit well, to find that nice alignment in your spine. Make sure that the knees are comfortable, that you're sitting up higher if you need to, if the knees are really higher, the hips are tight this morning. And then snuggle into your mat, maybe move the flesh out from the sit bones. Draw the shoulders to the side body, feel the chest rise, tailbone drop. And then maybe close the eyes. Start to tap into your breath. Start to notice. As you breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe in, try to relax through the belly as that belly expands out, chest expands. And as you exhale, let it all go, pressing that belly button in towards spine. And as you start to play with the inhales, I want you to see if you can take that inhale as deep as you can, as if you were sipping through a straw and you're trying to get every last bit at the bottom of that cup. So take the breath in. And let it go. And again, it's your rhythm, your pace, but taking that breath in. And even when you think you took the most of that inhale, see if you can sip a little bit more up. Working with the lungs here. Good, 3 more just like that. And then let the eyes open up when you're finished with your 3rd one. Both hands out to the side, take it up. Exhale, interlace, press it down toward your chest, and then press out in brown. Tuck your chin, tuck your belly, and then inhale, bring it up. Exhale. Like a big bellows here, we're just pumping it up and letting it go. Good, keep it going. And exhale. One more. And exhale. And then take the arms up. Exhale, curl it in, starting to warm up the shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Exhale, curl. Good, last one. Exhale, curl. And then take the arms up, press the palms face up. Soften the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades back. And then just stretch over to one side. Now, hold the arms together for a moment and then release. One hand to the floor. Keep the other palm face up. And even flex through the wrist. Try to point the fingers down toward the floor. And inhale up, you're gonna interlace again. Take it over to the other side. Be mindful of your pose here, right? So don't try not to roll forward. And then just release the bottom hand. Press it over, try to point the fingers down toward the floor. Good, inhale up, interlace, and then turn them around. So the hands are together, the palms don't have to touch, they probably are easier if they stay separate. Go back to that first side. Press the arms straight if you can, feel that. Release the bottom arm, stretch, and then point just the fingers down. So we're stretching through the wrists, the forearms, kind of looks a little funny there. And then reach up, interlace, pause, take it over to the other side. Release the bottom hand, stretch first, and then curl through that palm. Good, breathe. And release, take the hands up, squeeze the beach ball. You hear me say that cue all the time. And then exhale, let it go. Woo, good, roll it out. So switch out your seat as often as you need to. We're gonna be here for a little bit doing some deep stretching through the shoulders before we get into a little bit more serious work. So grab your strap. Make sure you're holding the buckle end if you have a metal buckle or any kind of buckle that might hurt your face. And then take that strap nice and wide. Inhale, reach up. So this is just shoulder warm up. If you can take the arms all the way back, do that. If you can't, don't do it, okay? And forward. Start to work with your breath. Inhale, feel the ribs move. Exhale it down. Good, a few more right here. How are those shoulders feeling, right? When we're under a lot of stress, when we're doing a lot of yard work, among other things, even when we're on the computer a lot, those shoulders can get really tight and fixed in one particular plane. So we're stretching it out. Good, take those arms up, pull the strap away from each end of the strap away from the other. And breathe. And then slow, slow, slow. Press over to one side. If your bottom hand goes to the floor, great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Keep the chest open. Watch that head neck. Keep that in alignment. Pull on the top strap. Good. Now pull on the bottom strap. Woo, going to the other side. Breathe. Pull up on that top strap. Pull, pull, pull. And exhale, let go. Roll the shoulders back again, switch out those legs if you would like, or if your body's telling you you should. And then shorten your strap again, so it's more shoulder width apart or a little bit bigger. Take the arms up. As you exhale, squeeze back behind you as if you were pulling away behind you. Good, reach up and back. Just 3 more here. And back. Good, take it up, 2 left. Squeeze it back, try not to tuck your chin. Last one, reach up, hold, imagine that you're pressing those straps away. Bring it forward, pull again, twist all the way over to one side. Breathe, arms are relatively straight, come center, go to the other side. Oh yeah, good, breathe, take it through center, go back to the first side. Let the hands come down, but hold a little bit of tension on the strap. So moving into a seated twist. And take the strap up, twist, twist, twist. And hands come down. Ooh, keep the chest tall. There you go. And lift, come back to center. Press it down toward the floor. Roll the shoulders back and pull that strap away. Just breathe. Right already we're feeling a little bit of this stuff going on. And then release it, let it go. You can set that strap aside for now. Let's give a little shake out of those legs. So legs are nice and straight. Dandasana pose. Hands come to the floor, fingertips for some. Shoulders roll back and chest lifts. So sometimes, right, we'll be exaggerating here, but sometimes we'll be a little chest forward, shoulder forward. And we say lift the chest, but we don't do anything with these babies, right? So we gotta pull those shoulders back but then just let them relax down. I'm sure that makes sense for you. Tone through the belly. Inhale, reach the arms up, hold the beach ball. Breathe. Beach ball just got a little heavier, so you got to hold on to it just a little bit more. And then reach with one hand. See if you can touch the ceiling. And reach with the other hand. Pull, pull, pull. Good. One more. Both sides. Pull up, reach up. And reach with the other. Hold the beach ball. Take it out to the side. Let that go. Press the hands over fingertips down. See if you want to lift one leg. You know, as we always say, we're not really ever working just one part of the body, even if we're focusing. So we're just gonna get these legs warmed up, arms up optional. Breathe, lift up, lower the leg, release the hands. Press back and down. Lift the other leg, push down with that one leg that's on the floor, by the way. Arms up, optional. Breathe, lift tall. And then see if you can reach the arms even more. Lower the leg, get super tall. And exhale. Ooh, good. Shake those legs out, everybody. And then grab both of your blocks. You can crisscross the legs again. And if you'd rather not, I would bend the knees and just let your heels rest on the floor. So just to change up those legs a little bit. So you're going to grab both of your blocks and you're going to stack them one beside the other, short ends, and then take the elbows out and push. So I'm not hunching, right? Shoulders are down, the shoulder blades are rolled down and in. And I'm just going to breathe. Soften the shoulders even more, Judy. There you go. Breathe. Just notice the work and then see if you can straighten the arms without losing your block. Holding on to that beach ball. Once again, take the blocks overhead. Don't strain. Squeeze. Take it forward. Squeeze them in. Elbows to the sides. Yep, so feel that back body working. Good. One more here. Just push them out. Hold. Keep that chest lifted. Reach them up. Hold again. Breathe. Take it forward. Squeeze them in. Oh, and let it go. Ooh, yeah. All right. So you're just going to set these guys aside for now. Let's come right to table pose. Remember to stack something or put something under your knees if you would like. Pressing into the hands, pressing through the shoulders. And even here, I always think about kind of holding a little something between the elbows. One, to keep that external rotation of the upper shoulders. That's the big reason. And to keep the side body and the upper shoulders engaged. So press the right foot back, tone in through the belly, lift the right leg. And then as you exhale, knee to chest, drop that chin, and release on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, release and lift. Good, few more. In, exhale. And reach. Bring it in. And release. We got one more. Squeeze it in. Release it out. And then level out the hips. Take the opposite arm out. Big deep breath. Balancing table, that's all this is. We know this pose. Release the hand, listen up. You're going to turn the right toes out and then see if you can slide them out toward the hip. Drop the foot, coming into gate pose. Plant that pinky toe, walk your hands toward your torso and come on up. So we engage this foot, engage the leg, engage the glutes. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, that right hand comes down the right leg. And we reach. Find your breath here. That's it. And then take both arms up. Hold the beach ball. Take the left hand to the left side hip. And reach over to the other side. Breathe. Take both up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Bring that leg up and back. And drop it down, shake it out. I'm gonna turn around because I know I'm gonna need to. Good, a couple cats and cows here. Just release. And then neutral spine, press the left leg back. Tone in through the belly, lift the leg. Make sure the hands are wide enough so that the shoulders can stay nice and wide. When you're ready, exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl in. And release. Good, 3 more. And up. Exhale. And last one of these, squeeze it in. Press it out, toes point down, hip levels out, right arm reaches out. We got this, this is no problem. Breathe. Release the hand, turn the toes out. Slide that leg across that table, imaginary table, drop the foot. Make sure you're in good alignment, knee under hip, and take the torso up. Same thing, engage, engage, engage. Make sure the belly is toned here. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, slide the left hand down. Whew, just breathe, everybody. And take it up. Exhale, the right hand goes to the right side hip. Stretch it over. Breathe. Inhale, both up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Walk those hands back out. Tone in through the belly. See if you can lift that leg and then release it down. You know what's coming next. Probably downward facing dog, everybody. Once you're in down dog, pedal those feet. Stretch it out. Yeah. Oh. That should feel good. And then find the center space of that down dog. Hold on to the beach ball. Press the hands away from each other isometrically. Breathe. Inhale the tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees. Sit back in a little child's pose or puppy stretch. However you want to do it is okay. Stretch out through the hands, through the shoulders. And then come on back up. Table pose. Remember when we're, the hand that's resting can always go to soft fist. I know it can be much on the wrist sometimes. So you're in table pose, reach the right arm forward and just take it up to the sky. Big deep breath. 1, you're here. 2, eye of the needle. Drop that arm down and underneath. You're going to land on that right shoulder. Extend the left arm forward and breathe. That's it. 1 more good solid breath here, everyone. And then walk the left hand back under the shoulder. Push up to lift up. Exhale, let it go. Starting back to center. When you're ready, take the left arm forward and reach it up to the ceiling, finding that nice wingspan. That's it. Exhale, eye of the needle. Dropping the shoulder down, extending through the right arm. A little bit of tone to the belly, but not much. You can let that relax some. Take a deep breath right in here, working through the shoulder. And then walk the right hand back, push into that hand, lift the left arm up, and release it. Grab both of your blocks, put them at the front of your mat. You're going to come to elbows on those blocks. You can softly interlace the hands, walk the knees back. This is going to be puppy stretch, but a bit deeper. So as you draw those hips back, the head heads toward the floor. don't make it touch, it can just be supported, right, with those back neck muscles. Stretching through the shoulders. If this hurts, take the blocks away. Big deep breath. If your head easily touches the floor, you can go there too. Big stretch, everybody. And then release, come on back up, stay here. You're gonna go to elbows instead of forearms. You're gonna take the hands together as if you're doing prayer hands. And then you're gonna stretch one more. And breathe. Good, come on up. Release your pose, set your blocks aside for a moment. Find table pose, down dog. Use your breath, press through your fingers, press through the palm. Take the feet wide on your yoga mat. Walk your hands back. Bend the knees and come on up. Ooh, yeah. So already, right? Roll those shoulders out. You're gonna want your blocks, so put them where you can grab a hold of them. Maybe if you want to turn sideways, go ahead and turn sideways if you can still see what you're doing. Take the feet wide. Ooh, good. And so these top shoulders, all I really want you to do is pull them back and then release them. So you're not releasing forward, just pull them back and release. Yep, pull back. So simple work here, but really effective. Pull back as we engage the back muscles. If we want those shoulders to not round forward so much, what do we got to do? We got to stretch the chest and pull and work the back. Squeeze. Good, just one more. Big squeeze and release. Legs are wide, toes pointed, for most of us pointed out slightly. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, nice forward fold. You can let those hands rest on your blocks. Find that first pose. If you want to walk the arms forward, you can do that too. It's kind of like a down dog, a wide leg downward facing dog, but the heels stay on the floor and the hips stay lined up with the ankles. What does that mean? You're not taking your body forward, even if your arms are outstretched. Deep breath, everyone. Watch the backs of the knees. Keep working with the sit bones lifting. With the inner upper thighs rotating out as if they could touch the back wall. Breathe. If your arms are extended out, slide the blocks back so that they're underneath you, and then just put them together so they're touching. One hand to the center of those blocks, the other arm goes up. And breathe. Again, watch the head, watch the neck, don't overdo that rotation. Internally rotate the upper arm, take it back behind you so that it reaches for the opposite side waist. Feel that, right? Feel that big stretch. Now, you're gonna push off the bottom block, come on up, prayer hands on that side. Cool, huh? Wow, how'd she do that? Not very hard, was it? Okay. All right, big squeeze in the belly, halfway down. Release the hand back to the blocks, release the back arm up to the ceiling, and then exhale it down to the floor, pause here. All right, same thing, other side, that left hand, or that, I guess I don't think I was mirroring there. So the left hand goes center of the mat, arm goes up. Breathe. Internally rotate the top arm, reach behind your back. Your palm is face out, you're opening up here. Now squeeze the legs, press, push off the bottom, lift up. Prayer hands on that side, opening up the chest, working through the back body. Breathe. Good, halfway down. Release the one hand, take the other arm up to the ceiling, exhale, let go. Good, heel toe in just a little bit. I want a little bit more stability with those arms. Push into both blocks and come halfway up. Take the right hand back to the center of your blocks. Take the left arm out to the side. Breathe. And then just take the right hand off the block. You're not going anywhere with it. You're just lifting, working with core, working with strength. Release both hands to your blocks. Left hand center of the block. Right arm goes out to the side, right out from the shoulder. Now, I see a lot of times here that students will tend to go back toward the hips. See if you can stay right out of the shoulder and then just lift the left hand. So core work, leg work, hamstring work, no kidding. Hands down. Push both hands into your blocks halfway up. Squeeze the heck out of your inner thighs. Both arms out. Breathe. This is a lot of work. If you need to come down with one hand, go ahead. Turn the palms up. Lift up, arms up, exhale to your heart, roll those shoulders back. Good, release, walk those feet in, shake it all out. And then bend down, grab both. I'm gonna go wide, partly because I have a ceiling fan above my head. If you would like, go ahead and go wide. Bend the knees, also optional. If you would rather stay more straight leg, just keep them soft. But otherwise, bend the legs. Let's get those legs working. And hold on to those blocks and press out to the sides. Actually, I think we went into, did we go end to end the long way? Yeah. We did. So press the knees out, hold those blocks end to end. Bring those blocks up toward the shoulder, elbows are straight out. Big deep breath. When you're ready, push them out. Inhale them up, hold the beach ball. So if you ever wondered what I mean when I say hold the beach ball, this is the feeling, right? We're working with the latissimus dorsi, those back muscles that make people really big and strong. Good, take them forward, squeeze them in. Press out, lift up, hold. Press out, squeeze them in. We got one more right here. Press out, inhale up, press out, squeeze it in, grab the ends of both of your blocks. Take one to each thigh. You decide how deep you want to go here. You don't have to go into a deep squat. You can be really up here, but what I want you to do is press the blocks into your thighs. And then try to press the thighs back. Sit back in your pose more if you can there, see, sit back, yeah, right? So we don't want to lean forward, it's a lot of pressure on the knees. Sit back, but lift tall. Optional, one heel, other heel. If you push those blocks into the thighs, it actually helps with stability. Breathe. Lower one heel, lower the other heel. Come up to standing. Take both blocks up and out wide. It's just 5-pointed stars. Squeeze your butt. Good. You're going to come down, forward fold. Use your blocks. Take them down. Drop them back down to the floor. Walk them forward so that the arms stretch out. Come into a forward fold here. And then imagine you could pull the blocks back isometrically. You're going to try to drag them back, but you're not going to move. You're working with the arms. Breathe. And then really slide them back. We're almost done here. Come halfway up. Squeeze that center body. Take the blocks all the way overhead. Take them out to the sides. Turn your, I'm not going to mirror here, turn your left foot forward. Reach forward, triangle pose. Breathe. That block can come to the floor. It can rest on your shin, wherever it feels good. Squeeze everything, come up. Turn the left foot forward. Turn the right foot out. Lean forward. Same thing, other side. And breathe. Reach up. Turn all the toes forward. Release the blocks, heel toe in. And shake it out. Good job, everyone. Come on up to the front of your mat. Set the blocks where you can easily reach them. And then inhale. Exhale all the way down. Good, soften the knees, step back, right leg. Hold this nice lunge. You can grab the blocks here if you would like. Find that pose. Now, if your left foot is forward, your left block is on the outside of the leg, and see if you can kind of use the arm and the leg to help each other stay stable. It's one way to keep that front knee from rolling into the middle, but don't lift the big toe. Okay, don't lift the big toe. 1, you're here. 2, hands to knee. 3, lift up. 4, arms up. You know what this feels like, so hold the beach ball. Breathe. So I can say beach ball because we live in Florida. I don't know what we would say if we didn't live in Florida. Hold the snowball. Breathe. Hands to heart. Lean forward. Hands come down. Your right hand's going to stay on the block. The left arm is going to go up. Use your breath here. Take the left hand forward, circle it down to the floor, reach it back so that the palm is face up. And then open up again. Open the chest, open the shoulder, take the arm up again. Nice. Release that down, everybody. You can either set the blocks aside. Now, choices here. If you want to just drop your right knee and switch sides, that's okay. Otherwise, let's go to a down dog. Always so good. Transition to down dog. It feels good. Good. Come to plank. Hold the beach ball between those elbows and breathe. Lower the knees to the floor. Lower the elbows to the floor. Softly interlace the hands. Optional, lift the knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees. Push into your hands. Plank pose. Down dog. Find your breath. Don't rush, everyone. Catch up where you can. Look through the hand, step forward, right leg. Blocks come into play here. I love blocks. And breathe. So while you're right here, right, you're just getting that nice stretch, the psoas is opening up, or you take your hands to your knee and you lift up. Breathe. Take the arms up. Find your breath. Hold the beach ball. That's it. Good. Hands to heart. Lean forward. Left hand goes to your block. The right arm goes up. What are you doing with the left shoulder? Is it rolling forward? Can you roll it back out again? Take that right arm forward. You're going to circle it to the floor, but then you're going to press the palm up. Notice what that shifts, and then open the chest up, unrotate that arm and reach. Exhale, hands to the floor. Set your blocks aside. Plant the hands, down dog. Plank pose. Knees down, elbows down, knees up, optional. Count at 10, everybody. Push through those arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, lower the hips and the body. Come on down. Oh, shake it out. You You can shake the hips out here. Find your breath. Just notice. So while we're here, let's lengthen through the legs and really lengthen through the tailbone, right? So that the pubic bone presses into the mat. Engage your left glute and then engage the left leg and lift. Hold right here. Your right hand stays on the floor to support your head. You can use a block here too, by the way, that would just rest on your forehead. The left arm goes back. Palm face up. Lift the left side arm, shoulder, and chest. Your forehead stays down. So left side leg, left side arm. Woo. And release. Come back to center to shake out the hips. I keep lifting my hand just so I don't get too muffled with the floor. And then let's do the other side. The left hand stays down or you're resting your head on a block. Lift, engage the right glute and then lift that leg. Just feel that. When you're ready, you're going to release the right arm back, palm face down. Reach the shoulder away from the floor, lift the arm, holding both sides. Keep going, don't give up yet. I know this is work, I feel it too. You're not alone. Good, release, lower down, both hands forward. Shake out the hips. Back body work, been playing with this a little bit this last week or so. All right, engage the left glute, engage the left leg, listen up. Take the right arm back, so opposite side. Make sure the shoulder is lifted, but try to keep the right leg down and engaged. Breathe. Keep the leg, take the right arm out to the side, palm down. Woo. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Release both. Shake it out. Lengthen your tailbone. We're almost done here. Lift the right leg. Release the left hand. Take it back. Reach up from the shoulder, the back body, the hand. You got it. Breathe. Keep the leg, take the arm out to the side. I gotta go cactus arm because I got a wall in the way. Release both. Almost done. Didn't I say that once before? The block on the forehead, you can probably release that. Press into both hips, lift both legs. With those arms kind of crisscross, right? For me, they're in front and I've got one hand resting on top of the other. I want you to imagine pulling your torso forward. So you just got palm. And then lift the head, neck, chest. The hands are still on the floor. Yep. So crisscross the hands so that one stacks on top of the other. Press up. One, you're here. Two, both arms back. Both shoulders press back. The palms trying to touch the ceiling. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Holy moly. Just shake out the hips, bend the knees, rock back and forth. Lower the legs, and all I want you to do is a tuck of the pelvis. That should release some of that low back stuff that tends to creep up there. So you're really tucking, the glutes are super active. You're trying to touch your pubic bone up to the belly button. And let that go. All right, from here, push into your knees, push into your hands. Come on up, half plank. Full plank, downward facing dog. Feet go wide on the mat. Breathe, and then bend the knees to really reach through those arms. So knees are bent, but they're not curling into the middle. I'm trying to push myself away from those hands, holding onto the beach ball. Straighten the legs, walk the hands back. Bend the knees, hands come to knees, come on up. Good, roll it out again. And then just simply squeeze shoulders up. And let them come down. Good, 2 more just like that, squeeze them up. And down, 1 more, squeeze up. And down, good. Grab your blocks. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. End to end with your blocks. Legs go wide again. Bend the knees, let those knees roll out to the center. And you're simply gonna circle these blocks kind of on purpose, right? So you're not just like, woo, just take them out, reach them overhead, keep it going. It's almost like you're kind of playing and twisting. Now, if you want to shift the legs to go with it, you're welcome to. It's kind of nice, little movement here. You're going up, you're going low. Breathe, hold it at the top, squat if you want, right? So when you give somebody options, you're like, I don't really want to. Right, so we just kind of sit where we can, go the other way. Circle. Easy, use your breath here. Think of this almost like a dance, like you're just fluid movement, moving through space, right? It's not hard. Breathe. Got 1 more big circle. Hold it above, squat in, hold the beach ball. I know, I feel it too. Come to your chest, roll the shoulders back, squeeze, squeeze in, hold, elbows out to the side, soften the shoulders, see. Thank you. You're gonna lean forward, set those blocks down. You're in a big old squat, everybody, optionally, just hold. Hands to knees, come halfway up, tone that belly, lift the chest, straighten the legs, heel toe or step it in. Uno block. Uno block. I don't know what block is in Spanish. Bloco. Bloco. 1 block, everybody. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So you're gonna step the right foot back. You're gonna have the block in your right hand. Okay, you can hold it any way that makes sense. Probably from the side is the easiest. And then you're gonna lean forward enough, soft front knee to engage all of that. Okay, so when you're here, this right shoulder presses back. You reach the arm back. Try not to twist though. Keep the body, the torso forward, and take the left arm up. So balance work here. Okay, so you're here. If you want, straighten the front leg, lift the back. Ooh. Breathe. Bend the front knee, step back. Release everything. Step forward, step back. So then you might not want to step back as far. Make it easier to come forward. Block goes in the other hand. That shoulder rolls back. Take the right arm up. You might just hang out here. This is nice, right? You can even come more up on the toe for balance. Otherwise, squeeze that belly. Lean forward, straighten the legs. Lift. Breathe. Bend the front knee. Release, step forward. Shake it out. Step back, right leg. You didn't think we were done. Did you think we were done with that? Silly. Walks in the right hand, right leg is back. Front knee is bent, soft. You're already on the ball mound of that back foot, right? So, because that's how we launch, right? We can't, it's much harder from a flat foot. So press the arm back, shoulder back. All this stuff is engaged. Glute is engaged. Left arm up. Breathe. Now, coming back where we were. Whoop. Sure we are. Or take it forward. Release. Come on up. And take it forward. So, and release before your teacher falls out of the pose. I was like, very close. All right, other side, left leg back, left arm back. It is perfectly okay to come in and out of the pose, especially that lean forward part is really tricky for me. So, right arm up, left arm back, keep it engaged on the belly. See if you can lift first. That's really good balance right there. Or take it forward. Breathe. And release. And step forward. Walk it out, shake it out. Find your breath. Una más, one more. Block goes behind you. Both shoulders back. Just kind of soften and tilt forward. Your choice. Start whichever leg you want. See if you can lift. You're either staying low with the big toe or you're lifting one leg. Release. Woo. I don't know which I feel more, the legs or the arms. Left leg forward, roll, or whichever leg you didn't do last time. Reach back. That's going to help with your balance. It's like you're trying to push that block away from you. Either lift or lift and lower. That doesn't make any sense. Breathe. Yeah. And shake it up. Drop your blocks, grab your strap. Strap is optional. We're going to do cow face arms. So if you know you don't really need a block or a strap, don't worry about it. Otherwise, you're just going to put it over your right shoulder. The left arm out, internally rotates. You reach back and you hold the strap or you hold your fingers. Okay? And breathe. You can roll around a little. Right? Just see how it feels. Often one side harder than the other. Often it's when your right arm is down. But not always. If this hurts, please don't try to grasp the fingers. If your chin is down at your chest, don't hold your fingers. Release. And release, shake it out. So it's interesting, I joke about sometimes yoga and just daily life. If you're doing cow face arms, right? Strap or no strap. You take your washcloth, pull it so. You wash your back. So easy, but you can't do it if you can't do this, right? So why do we do this? So we can wash your back. No. All right, strap around that left shoulder. The left arm goes up and back. The right arm, it really helps if we can internally rotate. You get that arm already in position as we reach behind, and then we see if we can touch fingers. If we can, awesome. If we can't, still awesome. Breathe. And then maybe we just rock a little. Sometimes we just, not sometimes, always we need to trust our bodies, but sometimes if we hold a stagnant pose, it can seem really intense. But if we're moving around, if we're just flowing with the body, it can seem a little less intense. It's like we're giving ourselves permission to loosen up a little bit. All right, center. Release, pause, shake it out. Hands interlaced behind. Same thing, shoulders back. Hands back. It has nothing to do with how far you can raise your hands away from your body. They can be straight down. They can be a little bit away, but open up the chest. And just breathe. Deep breath. And then let go. And then finally, while we're still standing, just rock them out. You can, right? What was this dance back in the 50s?
What you think?
Mashed potato. Mashed potato? No. Shake it out, everybody. Right in front of your mat. That was just funny to talk about. Okay. Plant your feet, everybody. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Take the feet a little wider. You can use your blocks here. Right, just a forward fold. I don't think we've done a single real forward fold this class, so here you go. Easy, easy. Watch your knees, watch your back. Let the head hang toward the floor. Make sure your pose is supported. Please don't hang in space. I don't like that. Right? Hanging in space means your hands are just hanging with no support for your body. Good. Feet go back to hips width apart. Step back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold the beach ball. Plank plank pose. Lower the knees, everybody. Just sit back in child's pose or puppy stretch. Try not to, if your arms are extended forward, bring them in, maybe make a little pillow for your forehead. So I want to take I want the shoulders to be flat. Good. And then release. We're going to do one more elbow plank, one more. And I'll tell you why, while you're resting. I read an article. How many classes have started with that? This article. And I don't even know if it's true, but what it said was that one of the tests for the Navy SEALs was that they could hold an elbow plank for 1 minute. That was one of the tests. And that they incorporated that into their physical fitness test because elbow plank works everything. It works the upper body, the chest, the back, the core, the legs, the glutes. And guess what? I got very incentivized to see where an elbow plank is not that easy for me. I much prefer the regular one. So that's kind of where this whole class started with that article. So we're just going to see what we can do. We'll start with a count of 10. I'm going to try to count to 20. I haven't done 20, so we'll see. We're going to work on this, I think, for the next few classes, just to see where we can get with it. So now, if you're an elbow plank and it hurts your shoulders, absolutely knees down. Okay, don't stress your body like that. Okay, here we go. That was that. So for me, I like to start in table pose and then come on down to the elbows. And it's easier again for me to softly interlace the hands and make a triangle with the hands and elbows as opposed to that straight out hands. But you decide again for you. Once you're here, so if you're going to keep knees down, you got to walk the knees back. Okay, so it's a plank, it's not a butt up thing. Or you walk one hand back or one leg back. Push into your shoulders, elbows. Your elbows and shoulders line up. Press back with the other one. If it's super hard, raise the behind a little, the hips a little. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Well done. Woo, come on down. I think we could have gone longer. Right?
Was it that 8 hours like the record?
8 hours?
Never.
Judy said the record was 8 hours. I don't know how you could possibly move that. All right, roll on to, now, we're gonna come to a blanket in a little bit, so maybe you take your blanket before you lay down. Open it up. And then just roll it, or kind of flat roll it to a little burrito. And then you can set that aside for now. Come on in. Whew. This should feel really good after all that shoulder work. Take the arms to cactus pose, palms are face up. And just breathe here, just allow it to relax. Your feet are on the floor, your knees are pointing up. That's it. Big deep breath. And then make little snow angels. Keep your hands as close to the floor as you can. And you're just gonna slide. I've got things in my way. I'm trying to push. Just slide the elbows up and back down. Yep. And notice even here, right, as the elbows come toward the waist, the ribs reach out, you go into this little baby arch, and as the arms go overhead, you go more flat. Just relax and breathe. Good, one more, squeezing in. And out. And then let the hands come down at your sides, palms face down, shoulders down, feet to the floor. Lengthen your tailbone and lift the hips, come to bridge pose. Optional, if you would rather have a block under your hips, that's okay. So you can walk the shoulders under and interlace the hands as an option, right? So we feel like the chest is lifting, the feet are pressing into the floor, and the shins are pressing forward. As we press the shins forward, we stretch through these quads a little bit, and it allows us to come into maybe a little fuller bridge pose. Breathe here, everybody. Press into the floor, lengthen through the front body. You got it. If your hands are underneath you and interlace, I want you to let go and then walk the shoulders out. If you can, stay in bridge. Take one arm overhead, soft elbows. Take the other arm overhead, very soft elbows. And stay with your bridge pose. So we just release the shoulders completely. We're resting on the back of the shoulders and the back of the head. The chin is neither lifted or tucked. Stay with the legs. I know. Breathe. And then the hands come back down. And we lower from top to bottom, all the way down. Ooh. And breathe. Good. And then you're going to take this blanket, and so we have to sit up again just to address it. I want you to roll up, take the blanket, and place it underneath. Don't go super high up because we're going to move this blanket a couple, maybe once or twice. So it's there. And then I want you to lay over it so that your shoulder blades are either resting just at the bottom, or they're or you're below, the blanket is below the shoulder blades. Don't let the blanket get into your low back. And feel that. And breathe. hopefully this feels really nice, right? We've done tons and tons of shoulder work. This is a super nice release for that. Breathe. Optional here. You're gonna leave that blanket where it is. You're gonna try to move the chest. So I'm actually arching into my low back a bunch. To lift up through the chest and the ribs. And then I'm gonna come just a little bit higher up on the head. So it's a variation, a very small variation of fish pose. So I'm looking up toward the ceiling. I'm actually looking a little bit behind me. Be careful here if you tend to get dizzy. And then you can straighten one leg and bend the other leg. Breathe. And then soften that arch. Woo. Bend the knees, let the feet come back to the floor. From here, if you can, I want you to either walk your body up or your blanket down so that it is in the lower back. It's just above the hip line. Take the arms back to cactus pose. Now the whole upper body is on the floor. Breathe. Tuck your pelvis and just lift the sacrum where that butt is touching the floor. Just lift that off the floor. You're not lifting off your blanket. Hold it right here. Breathe. Press into your right foot, lift your left. So the blanket is supporting this fully. Your hips are off the floor. You're pressing into one foot as you lift the other. And then bend that knee, that foot comes to the floor. Keep your hips tucked. Lift the other leg. This should be pretty easy for most of us. Bend the knee lower. Really tuck the pelvis to keep the low back on the blanket. So when we do some back bending type stuff, right, this is just to lengthen all of that away from it. And then lower down the hips. Pause. Oh. Curl or tuck the pelvis again, lift, push into your feet, grab the edges of your blanket, slide it down to your sacrum, and rest. Just feel that. Breathe. Release or bring the knees toward you, hands come to knees. So take one hand, take the left hand to the top of your thigh, right at the knee. Take the other hand to the front of your shin. And push your shin into your right hand. Push your thigh into your left hand. So you're pushing both limbs opposite directions into the hand that's holding it. That makes sense. Release that, switch sides. The right hand goes to your front shin. I'm sorry, the left hand goes to your front shin. The right hand goes just above the knee, right at your thigh, and then push both away from you. So I'm trying to push my right knee away, but my right knee is resisting. Same with the shin. Breathe. Release. Hands down. Both legs up. Palms face up is really nice here, if that feels okay. So a little inversion here. Usually we use the blocks here, but today we're just using the blanket. You can close your eyes here. You can tap into your breath. Soften your jaw. And then bend the knees. One foot and then the other foot to the floor. Last one here, you're gonna lift the hips enough to shift that blanket below the glutes. So that they're at the back of the thighs. Straightening one leg and then the other, coming to Shavasana. Again, the palms are face down, the arms are nice and open, external rotation, let the legs soften. Let the head, neck soften. Let all the tension go. Soften the eyes. Feel your body soften into your mat. One more deep let go. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers if you're ready. Draw the knees up toward chest, give them a good squeeze in. Take your time here. And then start to rock side to side. Allow those knees to roll to one side or the other, curl up in fetal pose. All kinds of back body work today. And then as you're ready, press all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow your head, say a prayer for relief for all of those still working hard and trying to get through whatever it is that they're getting through. Namaste, everyone. Thank you all so much.